I know it's probably hard for you to tell, but try and guess my favorite team.
Red Wings.
That's right, Chicago Blackhawks. I want to talk today about hockey. It's my favorite sport. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself that you're sitting in a sports arena. You're surrounded by 20,000 screaming fans. Players are on the ice and they're skating at 30 miles an hour, slamming into each other with finesse, skill, and power. It's a game of finesse, talent, and strength. There's no other sport like it. According to Sportiology.com, hockey, both field and ice, is the 4th most popular sport in the world. It's a game that teaches mental and physical toughness, sacrifice, and persistence. It's the most brutal and manliest sport in the world. I've talked about why I like it. I want to talk a little bit about the history. Crude forms of hockey were actually shown to be played as early as 4,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. Forms were also shown in Greece at about 1000 BC. It's also been played by the Aztecs, Greeks, and the Romans. And some of the different versions that have taken place, the British have adopted it to a game called bandy ball. The French and Dutch have adopted it to a game called Kambuka. And surprisingly enough, the Scottish have adopted it and transferred it to a game called golf. A history of ice hockey in more detail. In 1872, a man named James Creighton moved to Montreal. And when he came to Montreal, he actually brought all of the necessary information. He brought equipment, he brought skates, and he brought the rules that people had been playing with beforehand. That was according to thepeoplehistory.com. The first actual game was held in 1875. And this led to the formation of the first National Hockey League, which started out with 6 teams, Detroit being one of the original 6. In 1892 was the winner of the first Dominion Challenge Trophy Cup, donated by Lord Stanley. And since that day, it's kind of been called the Lord Stanley's Cup or the Stanley Hockey Championship Cup, awarded to the winner. Some of the things that it teaches, physical and mental toughness. The hockey season lasts 82 games. Imagine playing a game 60 minutes long every 2 days, filled with physical hits, just injuries of all sorts. You're playing on sharp skates, so you're playing around the edge of a razor blade that may come up and slice you. Go back into the back room, get stitches, and you're back out on the ice in 3 minutes. I mean, that's just the type of sport that it takes. Sacrifice is played with a rubber puck that's frozen, and skilled players are able to use a slap shot that goes 108 miles an hour. Being able to lay down in front of that to stop it from reaching your goaltender time and time again is something that's taught and necessary. And persistence. You never know when something might happen. You never know when you could get a goal. So it's all about just keeping after it and staying with it and trying and trying and trying and trying to get that last goal. Of course, the main reason why everyone likes hockey, it's a big physical sport, as clearly demonstrated. Good stuff. I believe that hockey is the most brutal and manliest sport in the world, not only for its physical nature, but also for the amount of time that it takes, the amount of skill, the amount of effort. It creates an atmosphere of violence and grace and anger and sportsmanship. It's an entertaining sport that's lasted through the ages and continues to entertain people today. Thank you.